What gets your attention regarding Japanese samurai? What appeals to you, historical significance or pop culture? Personally, I find the samurai alluring, and I am looking forward to learning more about them. These soldiers were not only warriors, they were an integral piece of Japanese culture's symbolism of honor, discipline, and loyalty. These members of the elite class, who emerged around the time of the Heian period, played a crucial role in the formation of Japan's feudal society as both protective and repressive forces within the ruling class. Their unique and multifaceted warrior spirit was captured in the phrase Bushido, encompassing values such as courage, respect, self-control, and other virtues that are relevant and applicable in modern Japanese society. We'll cover a fascinating story about the rise and fall of the samurai and their timeless legacy in Japan that has shaped the events of history. The samurai story is filled with change and endurance, from the breathtaking battles of the Sengoku period to the tranquil Edo era. As we peel the various elements of their history, you will learn how these warriors dealt with the intricate web of loyalty and honor, and how their power transcended the battlefield into the realm of art, literature, and philosophy. History lovers, and those desperately looking for information about the iconic samurai class, we will embark on a journey together where their unparalleled saga and impact will be revealed. In order to check out the history of the samurai, one must look at the wider context during the span of the Heian period, which was between 794 to 1185. This period is noted for great cultural and artistic achievements, but there was far more than that. It was also an age of turmoil and politics dominated by noble clans. Once the power of the imperial court began to crumble, the local clans started to enforce their power. This led to the emergence of the warrior factions, which later developed into clans of the samurai. At first, these warriors possessed noble status, being loyal guards to their respective estates and families. But as there was more conflict throughout the nation, especially during the Genpei War that was fought between the Taira and Minamoto clans, the samurai started to diversify their social structure. This was a notable change, as the samurai class was incorporated into Japanese society as a powerful group that had defined rules regarding behavior and status. Minamoto no Yoritomo, for instance, who won the Genpei War, influenced the creation of the first samurai's identity. He founded the Kamakura shogunate, the first feudal government, which signifies the beginning of a samurai-ruled Japan. This shift in governance caused the samurai to be viewed as fierce warriors and rulers of the land. This was perhaps the start of the never-ending legacy of samurai, where they were viewed in the world as men of great honor, loyalty, and military strength, thus defining their importance in Japan's history. At the core of the samurai ethos is Bushido, which is the defining code of samurai. Literally translating to the way of the warrior, Bushido has some core components like being loyal, disciplined, courageous, and compassionate, which are considered to be integral parts of a samurai's way of life. These principles were not simply recommendations, but the heart of the identity of a samurai, thus influencing his behavior on and off the battlefield. Bushido was the code of conduct that shaped the samurai's way of life. Loyalty to one's lord was fundamental, and in return, he was ready to serve as a bodyguard and even die for his master when needed. From the relationship's perspective, a master-servant gives a samurai the right to protect him. However, convention for the samurai's life is more important than serving is. On top of dying for one's master, a samurai's honor and reputation explain forcing self-preservation when kicked out of battle due to captivity or to be undead in defense. There is also a form of self-control that is crucial for achieving silence in the presence of suffering. Samurai Takeda Shingen and Miyamoto Musashi are very famous, and because of their immense sword fighting and phenomenal strategies, they put into action everything else unserved. Musashi has fully accepted the discipline that comes with the constant fight for order, Shoshin for the sake of winning and exercising sword to others. On the other hand, a famous and powerful warlord, Takeda Shingen was known and remembered for his dedication towards the clan and the honest manner possessed towards them while fighting. All these people are put together to display the fact that not only has a samurai mark left on Japan's culture, it is broadly known that Japan itself has been stamped with Bushido's powerful mark. The change of weaponry among the samurai with regards to their warfare skills is somehow interesting, for it depicts their creativity and resourcefulness in battle. The curved blade of katana and the craftsmanship that comes with it makes it very distinguishable as the samurai weapon. Katanas, noted for their power and sharpness, served not only as an instrument of battle, but also as a badge of a samurai's status and honor. Apart from the katana, long-ranged glassing during samurai warfare was accomplished with the yumi, which was a bow and arrow shredded for modern times. The strategic ingenuity of samurai can be traced back to key events in Japanese history. The Tokugawa shogunate was established after one of the most famous battles, Sekigahara in 1600, where a powerful empire was displayed and the use of formations was expanded. Samurai were a force to reckon with at the start. They used to flank style combat engagement, ambushes, and other counter-strategical engagements to deal with even superior forces. Cavalry signified the development of battle. The mounted samurai were capable of rapid forward and backward movements. Japanese military history has been shaped by the samurai, an elite warrior class which single-handedly changed the evolution of Japan. They played a key role in unifying Japan toward the latter part of the 16th century as feudal lords were gradually replaced by a centralized military power in the form of a shogunate. They did not only partake in battles but also advanced the formulation of effective strategies and tactics for warfare in Japan, making a mark that is still greatly appreciated and studied in the modern world. In the feudal period, the samurai emerged as one of the most important social classes within Japan and functioned as soldiers and as high-level politicians. Their connection to the shogunate and daimyos was critical in defining the Japanese feudal society. There was a ruling military government that was a shogunate and governed through samurai who controlled all regions of Japan. Afterward, daimyos, who were powerful feudal lords, also used samurai and made them their vassals, granting them estates and salaries in exchange for military protection and service. The samurai served a unique dual role. As landowners, they managed their own estates and also acted as local leaders. This meant that in addition to being skilled warriors, they were responsible for overseeing agricultural production. They ensured that the peasants working their land were healthy. Furthermore, samurai governed their regions, which enabled them to enforce laws, collect taxes, and maintain peace. Because of these factors, samurai were highly regarded in the social hierarchy. The impact of samurai on Japanese society was multifaceted. The samurai were expected to live under the set of rules developed known as the Bushido Code, which is the warrior way of life that stressed discipline, loyalty, and honor. This deeply affected all aspects of life in Japan. Their reach also expanded to the arts, literature, and philosophy, setting cultural standards that are still cherished today. In modern Japan, what remains indisputable is the value of the ideals held by the remarkable warrior class known as the samurai. This era left a mark by nurturing notions of integrity and honor, which continues to inspire the youth. The downfall of the samurai class can be linked to the particular phase of the Meiji Restoration, which began in the year 1868. This event was criticized and analyzed in depth to suggest that what was brought to the surface was an objective to change Japan for the better, whilst simultaneously abolishing imperialism. The samurai used to perform as warriors and landowners, and the new regime tried to dismantle the feudal structure, which was a threat against their class. With the introduction of a conscript army came the decline of the military importance of the samurai, who were once considered elite fighters, and so the government's focus shifted from them. The Japanese society and feudalism came to terms during the period of modernization, and many facets of it changed at once. Samurai, who were once respected for their skills and way of life, were out of the boon in this new age of industry. The government also set the bar high when it came to advancement in education, which played heavily against the samurai. Many samurai opposed these changes, which gave rise to what is known as the Satsuma Rebellion in 1877, and was a clear example of this rage. The samurai still live on in today's culture despite the fading of their legacy. Their code of honor, loyalty and discipline remains influential today. The vibrant past of the samurai is often depicted in novels, movies and paintings, serving as a mark of pride and cultural heritage. Samurai nostalgia has morphed them into symbols of Japan, reminding us of their notable part in the nation's history and culture. In today's society, samurai are captured and depicted in multiple ways across different parts of the world. Movies like Seven Samurai and Yojimbo by Akira Kurosawa are not only aimed at glorifying the martial prowess and chivalry of these warriors, but delve deeper into loyalty, sacrifice, and the conflict between old customs and progression. These films have inspired numerous other filmmakers, cementing their place in the canon of samurai cinema. Samurai in video games and in literature are depicted as followers of Bushido, which means the way of the warrior. They are seen as people who possess strong moral values. Eiji Yoshikawa's Musashi takes a closer look at the life of the great swordsman Miyamoto Musashi and how the samurai philosophy influenced the way he thought. This literary take on the samurai culture has left readers with a sense of wonder and has motivated them to write more on the topic. Similar to literature, video games such as Ghost of Tsushima and Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice have taken a more modern approach to the samurai culture by allowing players to appreciate feudal Japan. These are stunning and fascinating stories about the life of a samurai that also provide the audience with captivating action sequences. In modern stories, samurai are often depicted as noble fictional characters, torn between loyalty towards their duty and pursuing their own goals. In the global society that we live in now, these idealized representations of samurai have affected fashion, art, and even culture and philosophies, as they remain as emblems of honor, discipline, and strength. This video has taken us through the in-depth and fascinating history of the samurai, covering their beginnings, the concept of Bushido, and their importance in Japanese feudal society. We also analyzed the developments in the samurai style of warfare, including the use of weaponry and vital maneuvers in important battles. Also covered was the fall of the samurai class in the Japanese society during the Meiji Restoration and how this period has influenced modern-day Japan along with its popular culture and media. The legacy of the samurai continues to be felt today. They represent as figureheads who possess virtue, loyalty and discipline which have powered humans through the ages. Their experiences portray the essence of humanity and the values that help us overcome obstacles. Indeed, samurai history teaches us the value of integrity and resilience. Thank you for watching. We hope to see you in our next video. If you enjoyed this video about samurai history and are looking for more captivating historical themes, be sure to subscribe to our channel. If you did find this video captivating, do give it a like and share it with your friends who would also love this piece of information. This support is greatly appreciated since it helps us put out content that is more impactful, and we cannot wait to share more stories that educate and motivate our viewers.